Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. Roll up, come and get your anti-radiation pills. Buy one, get one free. Special offer today only. Here we see from a couple of days ago, we've got the US just spent $290 million on anti-radiation pills used to save lives following nuclear emergencies. Seemed to be a lot of this going around, a lot of talk about nuclear this, nuclear that. Did they really buy anti-radiation pills? I know a lot of these countries have a stock of these pills at all times, apparently. I mean, is this just to add to the fear or the wag the dog scenarios? Here we see also Poland hand out anti-radiation pills in schools. Do you remember the New York video, nuclear emergency guide video from a month ago? We've got signs going up in certain countries like this one. We've got constant articles, news stories that are suggesting that are how bad it could be, like this one here. What nuclear weapons does Russia have? What damage could they cause? And could they reach the UK? It's fear-mongering, threats. Have you not seen enough threats from the media over the last 2.5 years? Threatening people with losing their job if they didn't get the jab, etc., etc. Here's another one. Look, impending doom. US stock up. Ukraine hands out anti-radiation pills amid nuclear attack fears. Someone sent me an email from the UK saying, just last week, saying that they had received a letter from their child's school asking to tick a box to give the school permission to give their child these iodine tablets on the off chance that there was maybe some nuclear situation. I can't find it now. I can't verify it, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we're getting the same sort of fear propaganda through the media and the authorities that we got at the start of the pandemic.
All right, a lot to get to this morning. I'm Marnie Hughes. Thank you for joining us. Starting with nuclear Armageddon. President Biden making headlines for sounding that alarm over Russian President Vladimir Putin's latest threats to use nuclear weapons.
Sound the alarm, nukes incoming. Now, I'm looking at the similarities in the media, in the presentation of all of this, in what we see and how questionable much of it is. And also, you can see the shill accounts also weaving this into their daily narratives. For example, Dr. John Campbell started doing videos like this one, radiation risk to Europe. So he has had his instructions, no more, or not so much get the jab, the virus, woo, it's radiation risk videos. So if the shills have started down that route, the game could well be afoot. We've also had the schools doing lockdown drills over the past year. We've also had these emergency things put on people's phones. And now we see these countries claim to be buying in this big pharmacia tablets for radiation. The last time they did this was for the jab. Now I just want to draw a parallel here. There were lockdowns, which have resulted in financial collapse, small and medium-sized businesses going bankrupt, people masked up, not being allowed to go and visit their elderly relatives, some people scared to go outside of their house. All of this and more over the last 2.5 years as the result of extensive fear, propaganda in the media, and all because of something that you can't see, something that is invisible. And then they say, everyone go and get the jab to protect yourself from it. But you can't see it. It's invisible, okay? Someone can say, that's a hot spot. You're not allowed into that area. We've locked it down. But you can't see the reason. It's invisible. It's fear of something that is invisible. And the same can be said of radiation. You can't see radiation. It's invisible. But it could also be used to lock down areas, make people afraid, stop people going out. And in this case, the authorities can turn around and say, everyone, it's an emergency. Go and get these pills. Go and take them. It's a similar thing. And the enemy just so happens to also be invisible. Radiation, viruses. You can't see them. So you can't be sure that they are actually there in the first place. All of this stuff going on today as well reminded me of a video I did about the Iron Mountain report, which claimed to be a leaked international government report. Some claim it's a hoax. It's from 1967. And the idea of the Iron Mountain report was that after the Cold War, all the governments agreed to peace collectively. No more wars. But the premise is that war itself, the concept of war, aside from its obvious objectives, also serves other crucial economic, political, and sociological functions. So, in the absence of war, if there is no more war, this report suggests a new surrogate, a threat, such as an impending global environmental disaster, or an alien invasion, or a nuclear attack, or whatever. Another threat should always be there, must be fabricated to take its place in order for governments to remain in power. So the illusion of a threat would be needed at all times. And what better a threat than an invisible threat? One that you can't see or prove that is there. I'll leave a link to the video in the description, in the comments. It's worth a look at these times. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to hugotalks.com website, and I'll see you later.